Welcome back to the channel, guys. Happy New Year. So Stefon Diggs recently got into some legal stuff. Let's get into it. Let's see what happened. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel as well.
Breaking right now on WBZ, New England Patriots star Stefon Diggs is facing serious criminal charges. We have just obtained paperwork from Dedham District Court indicating that the wide receiver is charged with felony strangulation or suffocation and misdemeanor assault and battery. This is stemming from an incident back on December 2nd. Diggs is scheduled to be arraigned on the charges in Dedham on January 23rd. That is just 2 days before the AFC Championship game. The wide receiver's attorneys were in court this morning for a hearing, and we are working to learn more about the incident that led to these charges. We did reach out to the Patriots for a statement. We have that for you here. It says the New England Patriots are aware of the accusations that have been made regarding Stefon Diggs. Stefon has informed the organization that he categorically denies the allegations. We support Stefon. We will continue to gather information and will cooperate fully with the appropriate authorities and the NFL as necessary. Out of respect for all of the parties involved, and given that this is an ongoing legal matter, we will have no further comment at this time. We want to bring in Dan Roach now to talk about this with us and the impact, Roachy, that this could have for the team, for the playoffs. We've been on such a roll. How does Coach Vrabel make sure that this doesn't become a distraction for them?
Well, Brianna, I think it's very early in the fact-finding part of this as far as just what happened, how it happened, when it happened, who was involved, and everything else, which we haven't seen or heard yet. So I think that's the first part of it. And then the second part to me is that he categorically denies it when it comes to what happened. So we're going to have to find out the story. Beyond that, I can tell you that as a veteran, a wide receiver, a number one wide receiver coming in, there were questions about Steph Diggs and, how would he behave? How would he handle it? A lot of the number one wide receivers could be divas, if you call it, at times. And he has been nothing but a role model, a perfect citizen in that clubhouse or locker room for this New England Patriots team. So much so that he's emerged as a leader. The players look up to him. I think the coaching staff certainly respects him, and everything that he's done in a Patriots uniform has been good for the team. In fact, just the other day, post-game after their win over the Jets down in New Jersey, he was speaking in the locker room talking about being 30 yards away from being a 1,000-yard wide receiver, I think for the 7th time in his career. And he had knee surgery last year and came back, and I think it meant a lot to him. He was almost, to me, kind of emotional, almost in tears, saying he just wants to win, that these milestones don't mean as much to him anymore in his career. At this point of his career, he just wants to win, loves this team, and wants to be a part of them trying to win a Super Bowl.
So he seems like in the locker room, he's been a leader. So regardless of his behavior off the field, when it's time to go to work, he's been doing his thing. So shout out to him for that.
So, like I said, it's again, nothing surprises me, in sports anymore. But I think for everything that we've seen and have been with the guy from day one here in that Patriots locker room, he's been nothing but a role model citizen. So we shall see how it unfolds. But from my perspective, he's been everything you want as a teammate, as a leader, as a New England Patriot so far.
NFL superstar Stefon Diggs, also well known as the boyfriend of rapper Cardi B, faces serious criminal charges that could land him in prison. The New England Patriots wide receiver was charged with felony strangulation or suffocation and misdemeanor assault and battery on Monday. Aaron Parsegian from CBS News Boston has the story.
Touchdown, Patriots!
Just a day after the New England Patriots defeated the New York Giants, police say Patriots wide receiver Stefon Diggs allegedly strangled and assaulted a woman working as his live-in private chef. According to a police report, the incident happened on December 2nd at Diggs' Dedham, Massachusetts home. The woman said Diggs entered her unlocked bedroom after an ongoing text exchange over money owed to her. In the report, she alleged he smacked her across the face and tried to choke her. She told police she had trouble breathing and feared she could have blacked out. Diggs then allegedly threw her onto the bed and said something to the effect of, "Thought so." When she told him she still hadn't been paid, he responded lies before leaving the room. The accusations come as the Patriots, one of the top teams in the NFL, gear up for the playoffs.
So they were texting back and forth, and she was complaining of not receiving any payments. And she alleges that he did all of this because she did not get paid. It seems like something else is not being said, like it's something missing to the story.
In a statement, a lawyer for Diggs called the allegations, quote, unsubstantiated and uncorroborated, and claimed they stem from a financial dispute that didn't go the woman's way.
So is this another story of a female that, was messing with a guy and then is threatening to sue him because she didn't get financial benefits from it? Did he take advantage of her and did not pay what he was supposed to pay for her being a chef? Or did she want more money than she was owed? I'm assuming that's what his lawyer and his side is saying. And she's saying something completely different. She's saying that he physically assaulted her. So that's a whole nother story.
Stefon Diggs' attorney called in and was trying to prevent this information from getting public. I've never heard of these things. This is like some Jeffrey Epstein shit. Not with the weird kid stuff, but with apparently they wanted the court to suppress or seal the police report. That's odd. So the police report will be sealed. Why? That the media couldn't get a hold of it to report it, make it a big thing, that the league then has to have action and do something because the league claim they love women.
So pretty much he just didn't want the story to go out. He didn't want the negative press. He didn't want what comes with that. That still doesn't mean that he's guilty. It could be that she wanted more money than she was supposed to be paid, or he just didn't pay what he was supposed to pay. But at the same time, it seems like they were messing around. That's the other thing. That's the other aspect of it. It seems like they were messing around. That's the part that's not being talked about.
A court's not supposed to oversee. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of A$AP Rocky case. And by the way, they dismissed all them shit. You know why? Because it said, bro, you weren't going to even press charges on homie if he paid you. It's only because you didn't get paid. That's why you went forward with this. So it's bullshit. You literally have Stefon Diggs' lawyer calling into the court to say, hey, judge, can we suppress everything? The reason why is that the victim says that if we give them a certain amount of money, they won't go forward and they're good.
The complainant has made a financial offer of a resolution to resolve that dispute to Mr. Diggs' advisors, and as we speak, they're working to come to an agreement on that.
When I seen this picture, I said, this chick know how to season food good. And, oh, my sweet Jesus, look at them hipster. Ooh, oh, my God. If any of y'all chefs look like this, send your mother resume a bunch of pictures. I got a permanent, and y'all gonna live in my house? So you're gonna feed me and,
Yeah, you know what he was about to say. Honestly, this is what it was. He met a chick that, he was trying to talk to. He was talking to this chick. Like, they were messing around for sure. They were messing around. She's one of those chicks that he had something going on with. He asked her, like, what do you do? Like, what you good at? She was like, I'm good at cooking. And he was like, okay, come be my chef. They ended up messing around, and when things went left, she wanted more money, and he didn't want to give her more money, and then she got upset. Now she's going to press charges. I don't know if he did put his hands on her. I hope he didn't for his sake, but that's the thing. You can't mix business and pleasure. So that's where he messed up at. But that's my opinion. That's what I think happened. Based on all the information that's been put out, that's what I think happened. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe, share your comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.